I have two sides.
Akihabara, weeb capital of the world. Manga stores, figurine shops, arcades, and gacha machines as far as the eye can see. But what really ties all of Akihabara together is its maid cafes. Since 1999, when the first maid cafe, Cure Maid Cafe, was opened, we have seen an absolute rise in popularity in these establishments, making them an absolute staple, not only in Japan, but in weeb culture as a whole. Maid cafes run Akihabara. You can't walk down the street without a cute Japanese girl trying to hand you a flyer wanting you to come visit their cafe. Not all maid cafes are the same though. You have many different kinds, as not two cafes are really the same. They range from muscle girl bars to yaoi cafes to monster girl cafes to simple little anime pop-up events, but they are everywhere. But what if I told you these were run by the Yakuza? Well, welcome to Akiba Maid War, bitches! Akiba Maid War came out in 2022 in one of the most anticipated seasons of that year. With the releases of anime like Chainsaw Man, Spy Family Part 2, Blue Lock, and Bocchi the Rock, Akiba Maid War was fairly low on the list of anticipated shows at the time. Hey, did you catch that new episode of Akiba Maid War yesterday?
Ew, no, I don't watch mid.
Oh, fuck you then. I remember even I decided to skip over it at the time, as I thought the concept was pretty weird and didn't think it was actually going to be a very good show. Jump to a few days ago, when I decided to finally sit down and watch it. I realized just what I have been missing out on for the past 2 years, making this show one of my all-time top sleeper pick anime. Akiba Maid War starts off with this chick getting absolutely domed. And then we jump to present day, set in the year 1999, when a girl by the name of Nagami comes to Akiba in pursuit of following her dreams of becoming a maid at a maid cafe. Nagami ends up working for this little cafe called
Oinky Doink Cafe!
Yeah, that. Along with her new absolutely badass hot MILF best girl of a coworker, Renko, who, did I mention, is an absolute badass. On their first day, the two are assigned on a special mission to go deliver a letter to a rival maid cafe. And this is where shit absolutely hits the fan, as we are introduced into the darkness that is Akiba Maid War. A show that on the outside looks pretty wholesome, that instantly becomes a show that if you took the Yakuza games and mixed them with cute anime girls, would come out as this absolute masterpiece of an anime. So why does Akiba Maid War deserve more attention? As I previously stated, Akiba Maid War was released in 2022 by two studios that have brought us shows like Made in Abyss and Angel Beats. Akiba Maid War was criminally underlooked when it first aired, which is why I'm wanting to shed some light on this anime. What makes it so good though? Well, for starters, Akiba Maid War is actually based off of some real life events. I love movies, TV shows, and anime that are based on real life stories. So to find out this anime was based on real events only made it that much better. You see, in the 1980s, there was a Yakuza gang war known as the Yamaichi War. It led to the biggest family families splitting off into a large number of smaller families, and the power of the Yakuza as a whole weakened. To make a long history lesson short, basically due to this shortcoming, the Yakuza had to fall away from the public eye, and they did this by opening things like karaoke bars, casinos, tourist traps, as well as many other things. Akiba Maid War apparently takes place after these events, as there is an opening for a new power to rise to the top of Akihabara, which is the entire plot of Maid War. Stay with me now. Apart from the history for the anime, there are quite a few aspects I really enjoyed about Akiba Maid War. The primary factor being the violence. You see, I have a confession. I really like violent, gory anime. Take Higurashi, for example. The main reason I sat through that complete mindfuck of an anime was because of the gore and violence. It's not often in anime that we get scenes so brutal that they audibly make you say, "Damn!" and then your mom comes in to beat you for saying God's name in vain. That's why when I saw this anime was on High Dive, I knew it wasn't gonna have very many violence restrictions. High Dive is that website where if I see an anime I want to watch and it's on there, it's usually going to be one of three things. It's either going to be really mid, have boobs, or just be really violent. It's usually just mid though. That's why going into Akiba Maid War, I was a bit skeptical, as I was just completely certain that this anime was going to be bad. I was sorely mistaken though. Though the plot was a bit meh, the dynamics between each character along with their development really brought me in. There were some moments in the show I was actually so engaged that I didn't blink for minutes on end. And on the flip side of that, there were some moments that I actually almost shed tears because a character I liked died, making me flabbergasted that I was almost crying over a show with such an absurd plotline. The creators did a really good job making you connect to the characters just to shatter your heart just a few episodes later. Renko is the prime example of this. From episode 1, she is known to be the mother figure, always protecting Nagami, putting herself second to the cafe, putting on an absolute show, a badassery the entire series. That is until we learn her backstory, as the show does a callback to the very first 2 minutes where we recall she was the one who was supposed to protect the chief of her old maid cafe and failed to do so. Which explains why she tries so hard to protect the new cafe, as she refuses to let the same mistake happen twice. This is something I personally didn't realize until after watching through the whole show. It was a complete neuron activation moment when it did finally hit. In life, we face many adversities. Lack of confidence, rejection, social anxiety. Starting to sound familiar, huh? Yeah, I bet it is. Each day we fall into the normal conformities that are life. Afraid to be different, afraid to break social norms, being a slave to society and how we should be. Throughout Akiba Maid War, we see one person break this trend, that being Nagami. All she ever wanted was to be a maid at a maid cafe. She never could grasp on to why everyone had to be violent, constantly pushing the narrative that the violence is unnecessary and everyone needs to stop as it achieves nothing. Despite everything she witnessed and lost, she never lost her maid spirit, wanting nothing more than to just be a cute maid working at a cafe. She fought with this mindset until the very end, and this is something I think we can all learn from. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to stand up for what you believe in, because your efforts will never go to waste. Akiba Maid War is what it means to be a diamond in the rough, a reason why we shouldn't get stuck on name brand popular anime. If you want a show you can binge in a single day that tells the entire story from start to finish, I seriously cannot recommend it enough. A story of a new life, personal growth, facing adversity, and risking your own life for what you believe in. Akiba Maid War is a true passion project, coming from a writer that took many inspirations from old Yakuza-based movies and TV series, turning them into his own wacky story. And if you ask me, I'll take an anime like this over another season of Mid any day. What is going on, guys? Long time no see. Your boy has been a bit MIA for a while, and I want to take a quick second to apologize for that. Got a little busy with Fire Academy, so I kind of had to make the sad decision to kind of take a little bit of a break from the YouTube for a bit. But we are back. I can confidently say we are back. And speaking of being back, I really hope you did enjoy this video. It feels really good to have another video essay out. I have been really wanting to work on one and get one out to you guys for months, literally months. During Fire Academy, it was all I could think about, but I was just too busy to do them, but not anymore. They are fully back and we are gonna be banging some banger content out. On top of that though, I want to take another quick second to just thank you guys. I have seen so much growth over the past few months, and I honestly can't believe how many new people have come to the channel, and I really sincerely want to thank every single one of you. To see my channel still growing despite not uploading really does mean a lot, and it's kind of kept me going in a way. It really helped motivate me to want to come back when I would be able to, and now that I am back, I am fully committed to this again, and I just cannot wait to see what the future holds. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.